Hello everyone, I'm Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here to talk about my top 10 games that I played in 2025 that did not come out in 2025. So I haven't made the thumbnail for this video yet. Before I see it, it says top 10 games not from 2025, I think is what I'm going to go with. It's what I went with last year. It's just an easier way to, shorter way to convey playing games that did not come out this year. When I played a lot of games that did not come out this year, I think last year I did a top 5. This year I have a top 10. I played a lot of games this year. So let's get into it. Let's start with number 10. Okay, number 10 is a game I do not have physically because I don't believe it has a physical release. I think it's only available on PC. I got it through Steam. It is Mouthwashing. I did do a playthrough of this on another channel, Pixel Pub Plays. I'll link it in the comment or in the description. It is a first-person horror game, indie horror game. So it's kind of fucked up. It's got very PS1 graphics. You're on the spaceship. Captain's dead, but he's not really dead. He's still kind of alive and just a rotting corpse, and a lot of crazy shit happens in this game. It's super short. I think it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that to play through the entire thing. But it was quite a memorable ride. I don't think I'll forget a lot of stuff that happened in that game for a while. It was weird. If you're into gross shit like that and short indie games, check it out. It's a fun time. Mouthwashing. It's number 10. Okay, number 9 is The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. This is the 4th Cold Steel game, obviously. It is the wrap-up of Ring's story, and a little bit of Lloyd in there, and a little bit of Estelle Bright in there as well. So I started playing the Trails games last year, about halfway through the year, and I started Trails of Cold Steel 4 kind of right before Christmas, and then I finished it in January. So I played a lot of Trails games in the past year. I played through this, and I played through the Crossbell series and the Daybreak series and the Sky remake. So I've caught up just about. I only got 2 more to finish up the series, and I've played them all. Trails of Cold Steel 4 is number 9. You'd think the big ultimate wrap up of these kind of 3 converging stories would be higher up, but for me, kind of the formula of the Cold Steel series was kind of dragging me down a little bit more. Like the constant talking, so many people talking, and that kind of it hampered it a little bit. I was just kind of ready to be wrapped up, but I did have a very fun time. I like seeing all the characters get together. Maybe this would have been better suited to be a trilogy. I don't know, but I still had a damn fun time with it. I did really like the Trails games that I played this year. Spoilers, this is not the only one on this list. And yeah, it's number 9. Okay, number 8 is Rugrats Adventures in Game Land. Now, this is a game I picked up from the limited run physical store sometime this year. I think it was when they were doing a big sale of certain games. And I think, what was it? Buy one, get one half off, or buy 2, get 1 free for PlayStation games. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I just remember we both had a big stack of PlayStation games walking out the store. And this is one of them I picked up. I didn't really have too much interest in it going in, but my buddy Chris had told me it was a pretty good time, whatever the sale was. So I was like, well, let me give it a shot. So this game is a 2D platformer that is really calling upon old NES platformers, especially licensed ones at the time, especially like Disney ones. Like I'm thinking Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is a big influence on this game. Stuff like Darkwing Duck. The Disney Capcom games on the NES. Really big influence on this, and it's got the HD graphics like the cartoon from the 90s that you remember, but you can also play it in the 8-bit version, which as far as I know, you could just you could take that ROM, if you get it on like Steam or something, and just play it in an NES emulator and just work, which is crazy. But I played this on the PlayStation. I played it through the entire thing on the 8-bit version because I like that style. And yeah, it was fun. I had to look back on it with more of a critical eye after I beat it, because while I was playing it, there were some parts where I was frustrated because I was like, man, they just don't know how to make the games like, you know, Chip and Dale or Darkwing Duck anymore. Like that, those games, like the design of the levels and stuff was just flawless to me. I love those games. These felt like a bit more throwing shit to the wall and see what sticks. Then I had to take a step back and think, well, those games I played a billion times. I know them like the back of my hand. This is my first time playing this. Like, if I'd played this back in the day, would I feel the same way I felt about those other games? And I think I would. I think that's why it did get a spot on the list after I thought about it for a while. Because it is a very fun game. If you like those old school Disney Capcom games, give the Rugrats game a shot. It's a fun time. Number 8. Okay, number 7 is Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which is a weird title. Should just be Dragon Age Veilguard. But this is a game I was looking forward to because I am a Dragon Age fan, except for 2. 2 kind of sucks. But I was eager to see what BioWare was going to make for Dragon Age, and I guess it came out in 2024. And I thought it was pretty good. I think I'm on the smaller spectrum of people who like the game. I think most people didn't really care for it, which is a shame. But there were parts in this game when I was playing it where I was getting like Mass Effect vibes, or like Mass Effect 2 vibes, especially with hanging out with your party members, like loyalty missions and stuff like that, making decisions that would change the story a little bit. That's my bread and butter. I love that stuff. And the combat was super fun. It felt I remember it feeling very hefty, like when you were, I'm pretty sure I played a warrior, like you just beat the shit out of people. It felt really good to play. But yeah, it was a fun time. I hope, see what happens with BioWare. And I think EA getting bought out by whoever it was. I've already forgotten all the buyouts here lately this year. Doesn't seem good for them because this game didn't hit like it probably should have, and they are developing a new Mass Effect, and that last Mass Effect, that Mass Effect Andromeda was trash, so we'll see. But this was a fun time for me. I liked it. Okay, next up is the first Switch game on this list. Is Gravity Circuit. It's a game I picked up, I believe, from a recommendation from one of the comments on this very channel. And I looked it up and saw it looked pretty cool. Found it up in Canada, I believe, when we were doing our little game hunts up there. And I picked it up. Finally started playing it over the summer. And I remember I beat it at a beach house we were at with Kathy's sister and her family. Gravity Circuit is a kind of a Mega Man alike. A little Mega Man clone, except you punch people and kick them and do melee moves instead of shooting shit. And it has a very unique aesthetic, I guess. Like it's going off like the Game Boy Color vibes I'm getting. Like a lot of the sprites and background and stuff are very monochrome. Like they take a color, like your main character Gravity Circuit Man. Here he's mostly just red, different shades of red. That's not my favorite aesthetic, but it worked for this game. It was a very fun time. Like the controls felt super good, and you got the grappling hook and all the other stuff, and you know, like all these different abilities over time, and you got the different other circuits that you're fighting, like basically the Mavericks, or you know, the men of Mega Men. It's got the stage select, so you can pick how you want to take the game on yourself, which I always enjoy. That's what really struck me about Mega Man when I first played it when I was a kid. But yeah, it was a super fun time. If you are into platformers, action games of the, you know, vintage style, check it out. Gravity Circuit. Okay, number 5 is another Trails game. It is Trails from Zero. Now, after I played through this Cold Steel series, I played the Reverie, and then I started the Crossbell arc, which is 2 games: Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure. I did really like Trails from Zero. I really liked the kind of the difference of the kind of classroom type of deal in Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2, and then like being a teacher in 3 and 4. Then this, you're a special service support, something like that, the SSS, and you got your crew that you work with. Was it Ellie, Tio, and Randy? A fun little story taking place in Crossbell. Crossbell is an interesting area in the Trails series because it is a small city-state that over time is like becoming very technologically advanced, and you got all these big superpowers that all kind of neighbor it, and they were like, hey, we want to take that over someday. You know, you got like Erebonia and Calvard. Something might happen there. But it is a fun little story, fun characters. It would have been higher. It'd be much higher if this and Trails to Azure was one game, because this game kind of does end in a cliffhanger, sort of. Well, not a cliffhanger. It does have a conclusion of the story, but there are unanswered questions that get answered in Azure, and I don't know. Azure felt less than because of that, if that makes any sense. But I did really like Zero a lot. It was a fun time, fun characters, fun. I like Crossbell. I like running around that, and I like seeing it in like Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4 when they did the big 3D version of it that you could run around in. Super fun time. Trails from Zero. Okay, number 4 is Silent Hill 2, the remake. that I played on the PlayStation 5. I have never really played a Silent Hill game until I played this one, and people were talking about it, real hot game about it last year when it came out. And I was like, maybe when it goes on discount. And it took a long time to go on discount. I eventually got it, I don't know, maybe around September, August of this year. And I played it around Halloween and had a damn good time with it. I guess there's a reason why people like Silent Hill 2, because it's fun. I did really enjoy exploring the town as James, fighting the demons, and experience the very fucked up story that happens in this game. This is a lot. There's a lot going on in this man's world that isn't. None of it's good. None of it. It's all bad. And it was just a fun, spooky time. Hit me in the right spot playing it in early October. Get me ready for the spooky season. And yeah, I hope they do more remakes. I hope they do one. Hope they do, what was the Shattered Memories, the one that had the weird like psychological thing that like profile you while you play or whatever. Yeah, I do want to check those out. But yeah, number 4 is Silent Hill 2. Okay, number 3 is another Trails game. It is Trails from Daybreak. So this is the start of a new series with the new protagonist, Van Arkwright. And it takes place in Calvard, which is an area that you hear about a lot of in the other games, the earlier games, but you don't really explore. And this might be my favorite Trails game that I've played so far. It's really good. The changes they made to the battle system were just making everything a whole lot more snappier. It looks incredible for like what Falcom does. I don't think they have a big budget for graphics in their on their budget line, but I know for like the Cold Steel games, they just kind of reuse the same models multiple games in a row, and then with this, let's make everything look better, because PlayStation 5, let's make it look good. And Van is my favorite protagonist in the Trail series. Lloyd, Estelle, and Reen are kind of all the same. They're kind of all, the plucky anime protagonists who their only flaw is that they just take on too much and they won't let their friends help, and they want to do everything themselves. Oh man, and they're really, let's go guys, we can do it. Van's kind of a layabout. He just, I'd rather not. And he has a personality. He loves sweets. He loves cars, and he's a detective for hire basically. And he gets caught up in this, story that he really doesn't want too much to do with. But he's gonna do it because he's a good guy. But yeah, it was super fun, and I am eagerly awaiting Trails Beyond the Horizon, which I think comes out in January. Which it might be the culmination of the Daybreak series. It does have a lot of people from older games. You can see they're on the damn cover. You see Ring, you see, what's her name? Altina. It was a damn fun time. One of my favorite RPGs this year. Trails Through Daybreak. Number 3. Okay, number 2 is The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I played through back in January of this year, I believe. And I think a lot of people's thoughts on this game were kind of mixed with, the kind of complete transformation of a Zelda formula where you actually play as Zelda. You don't really do a lot of combat. You do a lot of catching these echoes, and they do stuff for you, and you're solving puzzles kind of in your own way with what you have. And I think some of the decisions they made for like the UI and the menus and stuff like that rub people the wrong way. I never had a problem with it. I completely took to this game like a fish to water. I was like, yes, let's go. And I just had a damn good time with it. It was just a fun, breezy playthrough. It's one of those games that, I sat down and, a week goes by and I play it, sit down 2 or 3 sittings and I beat it. It was awesome. I just couldn't get enough of it. Yeah, I would love to see them do another one, a sequel to something like this. There was a rumor that this game initially was supposed to be like a Zelda Maker, like they did Mario Maker, but they couldn't really find the fun in that, so they kind of took the tools that you did to move around objects in the world and just made a game out of it. And I think it was a damn good time. It was number 2, Echoes of Wisdom. Okay, and number 1 of the games that I played this year that did not come out this year is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I love Metroidvanias, and this is a damn fine Metroidvania. The movement and the combat and everything feels so freaking good. All the abilities you get to help navigate the world, just great stuff all around. You've got this huge gigantic map that you can explore. Kind of a weird story going on with like I don't know, I can't even remember the story. I think this is the first game I played this year outside of Trails from Cold Steel 4. As soon as I beat that, I went into this. But I can't, it was something to do with like time, because ain't that what the Prince of Persia games are about now, since Sands of Time? They always do some time shit. Yeah, explore a time-corrupted realm. It was, I freaking loved it. Every day when I would fire it up, I had a damn good time with it. I believe I'm on a staycation right now, here at the end of the year. I believe I played this on a staycation earlier in the year, because I just remember waking up and firing up this game for like 4 or 5 days in a row and just having a blast. If you love Metroidvanias like me, and you haven't given this a shot yet because, you know, it just, you didn't think about it or it passed you by, give it a shot because it is amazing. It is a damn fine one of these. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, #1 games I played this year that didn't come out this year. Okay, that's been my top 10 games that I played this year that didn't come out this year. So I had a lot of fun with a lot of different games this year. Here going forward in the month of December, I'm going to put out some more videos, some more lists, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes according to plan, put out my top 10 games of 2025 that came out this year in 2025 that I played in 2025 on Christmas Day. That's what I did last year, and it was a ton of fun. I want to do it again this year. So if you have any games that you played this year that didn't come out this year and you really want to shout them out, leave them in the comments. It's always fun to talk about video games with you guys. So please like and subscribe, all of that fun stuff. I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Peace out.